Hi, and welcome to Python. So once you have opened up Visual Studio Code, let's open the command prompt in Visual Studio Code, the terminal. And from here, if we type Python 3, it's open up the Python environment for us. And this way we can start coding without actually putting it in a actual file. So in Python and also other programming languages, we have variables. It is like a placeholder to hold the values, and we have different variables for different values, and there are different types of variables as well. So let's dive right in. Let's say if I have a variable that I'm gonna name a number, and the value I'm gonna give to number is 3. Right? And when you tell the computer to print something, it basically just means that it will show something on the screen. So I want to print the value of number, and I can just do it like this, and it will give me 3, which is the actual value of the variable that I named number. And the name of the variable, it doesn't affect the value. You can give it any name you want, but best practices is always give a meaningful name. So when you look in your program, you know what you are doing. Alright, so for variables, we have a lot of different types. We have strings that we can hold letters, and we have characters. We have char type, we can hold characters, and we have integer types to hold integers, or we have float to hold number with floats. So let's say I'm gonna create another variable. I'm gonna name it float, and I'm gonna do 3.5. And if I do another variable, I'm gonna name it my string, and I'm gonna keep the value of my name is Kim. And now if I check the type of these variables that I just created, I can do type, and I'll put number, the name of the variable, and it returns us the value of integer. And if I do the same for my string variable, we should see the type is string. And same for the last variable that I created. All right. So now that we know that we have different kinds of variables, is there any actual useful thing we can do, right? So I'm going to exit out of this Python environment. I'm going to type exit, open and close brackets. And I'm going to create a file. I'm going to code hop01.py, right? And if I hit save, okay, I'll show you what it is. So because I do that, there's a file created for me. Okay, so from here, let's say we want to write a very simple program where we ask the user to input their name, and whatever their name is, we will print back the message, say hello, and the name. So let's say if I type Kim, I will see the message hello Kim. So let's say I have an name variable that the value is going to be the user input. I can do it this way, and I can prompt a message to the user saying, please enter your name, right? And once the user enter their name, I will prompt them back with a message. I'll print something on the screen saying hello, and when we combine two strings together, it's called concatenation. And I'm gonna do this plus sign to concatenate hello string and whatever the name that the user input. So this variable, right? And save. And now if I type Python 3 and then the name of the file that we just created, it's 01.py and hit enter. It's a prompt to ask me your name. I'll type Kim, and this is the message that I expect.